Hi guys, today we are going to talk about the selection of tires of Himalayan 450. Lot of Himalayan 450 owners are looking for different type of tires suitable for their daily usages. As you know, the selection of tires needs a lot of expertise. This video is going to be a beginner's guide for those customers looking for their change of tires, not only for Himalayan 450 but also for any bike. Before we go into the subject, we must talk about the stock tires of Himalayan 450. The Himalayan 450 offers C8 tubeless tires suitable for spoke wheels. I read in Tyre.cardeco.com that C8 has developed an all-new tire sub-brand named the C8 Grip RE for Himalayan 450. Here are the details of Himalayan 450 tires. Rear tire C8 Grip Rad Steel RE 140/80 R/17 M/C69H and front tire C8 Grip REF 90/90 21 M/C54H. Before we go for details, let us explain what these figures indicate. C8 is the make, Grip Rad Steel is the model of the tire, 140 is the width of the tire in millimeters, 80 indicates the height of the tire in percentage, that is 80% of 140 mm, which is 112 mm. R indicates it is a radial tire, 17 indicates the rim size in inches, M/C indicates the type of tire suitable for, it is motorcycle, 69 indicates the weight can carry up to 325 kilograms. The digit H indicates the speed it can run. The H indicates that it can go up to 210 km/h. Let us see the front tire specifications too. It is C8 Grip REF. Here Rad Steel is missing. Width of the tire is 90 mm. Height is 90% of the 90, which is equal to 81 mm height. Rim size is 21 inches. Again, motorcycle tires, 54 indicates the load capacity, which is up to 212 kilograms. H indicates the speed it can run, that is 210 km/h. Please note that the front tire offered in Himalayan 450 is not radial. I couldn't find any evidence for that. Please correct me if I am wrong. And it is unusual to use one radial tire and one bias ply tire in a single motorcycle. I don't think there is any special reason to do so. So let us see a table where you will get a complete idea of these two tires, front and rear. So I have given criteria: make, model, width, height, type, rim dia in inches, load in kg and speed in km/h, one side. So rear tire have a C8 make, Grip Rad Steel is the model, and 140 is the width of the tire, height in mm 140 80, it is working out to 112 mm, type is radial, rim dia is 17, and load in kg 325, speed in km/h it is 210. Let us see the same things for front tire. It is again make is C8. Grip REF is the model. Width is 90, 81 when you 90 is the size, so 81 mm is the height. Tire is not radial, we hope it is bias ply. Rim dia is again 21 inch for front. Load is 212. Speed in km/h it is 210. It is unfortunately the C8 has not updated these tire details into their website till the date this recording on the first week of November 2024. These tires are hardly available in the market. However, some websites are offering the rear tire from 5.5k to 8k range and the front tire from 2.5 to 3.5k. So it is very difficult to get a H-rated 21-inch tubeless front tire. Let us discuss about the impact of changing the specification of tire, keeping in an assumption that rim size you are not changing. I am considering the specification, pattern of the tire, width of the tire, height of the tire, and type of the tire. Type of the tire means radial or bias. The pattern of the tire selection is purely based on the usage, whether you are using on-road, off-road, 50% on-road, 50% off-road, whether you are using in a snow condition, wet, dry. Pattern of tire is depending on these requirements of the usage. Let us discuss these four factors, how it is going to affect handling and stability, steering response and rider control, clearance and fitment, speedometer accuracy, ABS and traction control performance, center of gravity and weight distribution. Look at the table. Here I have considered the specification of tires and how it is going to affect these factors. Changing the tire of different pattern is going to alter the handling and stability of the bike in either way. It can give a good or bad experience after changing the pattern of the tire. So please choose your pattern with your usage type. Off-roading, on-roading, 50% off-roading or 50% on-roading, etc. Similarly, changing the pattern can affect the steering response too. At the same time, changing the pattern is not going to affect the clearance and fitment with the mudguard and all these things. It's not going to affect speedometer accuracy. No, it's not going to affect the speedometer accuracy also. ABS and traction control, there is no impact is going to in that condition also for changing the pattern. Center of gravity of vehicle, no, that is also, there is no impact on center of gravity also by changing the pattern of the tire. So you can simply change the pattern of tire for handling and stability, and steering response. Next is impact of changing width of the tire in handling and stability. Yes, changing the width of the tire is going to impact handling and stability. The handling and stability will be affected once you change the width of the tire, and steering response and rider control, which will be also affected if you change the width of the tire. Clearance and fitment, sometimes the mudguard, the gap, everything can be affected if you change the width of the tire. Please note that there is a superstition that wider tire is going to give you more traction, which is absolutely wrong. If you know the fundamental physics, since the total force remaining the same, it will be just distributed, so there will not be any improvement of traction if you increase the width of the tire. Also, just changing the width of the tire is not going to affect the speedometer accuracy, ABS and traction control performance, and even it is not affecting the center of gravity of the vehicle. Next is how the height of the tire is going to impact on these factors. First is handling and stability. Increase in height or decrease in height can definitely affect the handling and stability of the vehicle. It can affect the steering response too, and rider control also. It can affect the clearance and fitment. Yes, since the tire height is changing, definitely it is going to affect the rotation. That means your speedometer accuracy will be affected, definitely. Also, the calibration of ABS and traction control will be affected. Due to the height changes, definitely it will be affecting the center of gravity too. So from this table, you will come to know the height is a factor is impacting all these one. So changing the height of tire is not recommended. Next is the impact of radial and bias tires on these factors. The radial tires can offer more comfort than bias ply tires. Bias ply tires are often used for heavy loads and off-road purposes, whereas radial tires offer superior traction and grip with consistent road contact, making them ideal for high speed and everyday. So changing the tires is going to affect the handling and stability, steering response and rider control. But it's not going to affect the clearance or fitment, speedometer accuracy, ABS and traction control calibration. It's not going to affect, and center of gravity also unaffected due to the change of type of tires. Also, I have indicated that make you can change, model you can change, width it is not advisable. Height you should not change. Type, yes, you can change if you needed. Rim, you should not change the rim sizes. Load in kg, you can upgrade it, you couldn't downgrade it. Speed in kilometer per hour, you can upgrade it, don't downgrade it from the stock tires. Let me show a wider tire selection for my rear tire of Himalayan 450 and its feedback. So I have changed my rear tire from C8 tire to Dunlop K591. So let us evaluate each criteria. Make, I change from C8 to Dunlop. Model grip rod steel RE, I have changed to K91. Width, earlier it was stock tire, it is 140. I changed to 160. Height, it is 112. So I selected tire which is having 160, 70. So that is again 112. So height wise there is no change. So there is no problem with the speedometer accuracy. Type, stock tire was radial and gone for bias ply. Rim dia, it is 17 for both cases. Load stock tire can take up to 325 kg. I took up to 365 kg. Speed in kilometer per hour 2 ton was the stock tire, and it is ranging from 2 ton to 240. And this is a tire which is more to road tire, we can say track tire. So I was struggling in the off-roading with this tire. With the wet condition, it was sliding and slippery. I've done two mistakes. First off, this model was selected wrong, which was not a 50-50 tire, or it is more to the road tires. Second is the width I have increased. Due to the increase of width, I have to lean my vehicle more in the corner with the same speed. The rest was okay. Earlier one video I have mentioned about this incident. As a conclusion, it is recommended that you can change the pattern of the tire as per your daily usage. Changing the width of the tire is not recommended. As I said earlier, changing the width of the tire is not going to increase the traction. Also, when turning at the same speed and corner radius, wider tire requires more leaning angle than narrow tires. That indicates it will be difficult to turn corners with the wider tires. How to lean your vehicle more in the case of wider tires. Wider tire can offer better shock absorption due to the increased air volume. That is a fact actually. It is not at all recommended to change the height of the tire. You can change with the radial tire to bias or bias tire to radial. Your usage is permitted. Always check the speed of the tire, and weight it can carry must be greater than the manufacturer recommendations during the selection of new tires. Any doubts, you can drop a comment in the comment section. Thank you very much.